What's going on YouTube? It's JSauce back again with another video, and today is NPBA Week 9, the finale of regular season and potentially the finale of Season 9 for me, as because my record, as you can see, 4-4, not great differential. This is a win and get in type of situation. If I lose, I'm going home. I'm not playing playoffs. And unfortunately, our opponent is the Colchester Cabalions, Coach AaronTheBaron, who has only lost one game and is currently the 1 seed. Yeah, this is not a great matchup for me, and it's definitely not who I want to be playing to try get into playoffs. Like I said, the matchup was bad. We're facing Zamazenta and Clefable, and just a bunch of really good support mons. This Barbarical is like 14-6 in 6 games or something, or it's 14-2. I don't even know. I just know that this thing has gone nuclear. And Circuitry as well is just a very, very scary mon to face. Um, Everything's pretty standard. I mean, this is just a well drafted team. There's not a better way to put it. This team really hides Zama's weaknesses, and there's a reason it's number one. So here's what I'm bringing for this week. Aaron is in a position to where he does have to try because he's not locked for the number 1 seed, and if he wins, he is locked. So he's going to be trying. I wish he was memeing, but the first thing I noticed that I know I've said this the last few weeks. Rock Polish Mega DNC really goes insane. Like, there's no switch into this mon. I'm able to bring pretty much max HP. Only need the 32 speed to outspeed a Scarfladio safely, because Scarfladi was very good into my team. So yeah, Rock Polish, Earth Power, Moonblast, Power Gem. I really wanted to not have Power Gem on this set, but Moltres already walled me so badly, and I knew I had to have it because it just... Moltres was one of the hardest things to build around. It just messed up a lot of the mons I had, and so I needed a way to consistently beat it, and I felt like if I bluffed against it, I was destined to lose. Moonblast Earth Power just hits everything on his team really well. The stuff that likes to take a Moonblast, which is Nidoqueen solely, does not like to take Earth Power, and Earth Power is obviously super effective against Sama. But yeah, it's a more bulky set. This is the X Factor. I think if I'm able to get Diancie up and get a couple kills, I think that we have a good shot at winning. But if I kind of sack it, does nothing like I have the last couple games, it's going to be hard to win. I think Diancie has been a key factor to my success. Next up, we have my Zama answer. The Zama hero boned me last time, and I'm hoping this won't happen again because Zama Crowned is actually weak to fire. So with the modest nature and 8 special attack EVs, I do believe that Flamethrower always breaks sub. And then I can keep Pain Splitting for stuff like this, or Neoqueen maybe. Neutralizing Gas should be Levitate. However, I believe this is probably for Barbarical or for Magic Guard Clef. I was flipping back and forth on Levitate and Neutralizing Gas for a while. It's pretty defensive with the speed being for 0 speed Nidoqueen, I believe. It's been a while since I prepped, I apologize. It should be 0 speed Nidoqueen. But yeah, it's pretty standard. Rocky Helmet's there for Zama Chip, for Zarude Chip. It's always a great Zarude switch in. Even Barbarical has a tough time. Now, I can't do much damage back to it, but I can Toxic and Pain Split. Hopefully reduce how many it actually kills. This thing's just there. It's a good support mon. It's just really solid into his team this week. And the same goes for my next mon, although it is nicknamed the Solution. Leftovers Incineroar with predominantly Spadef EVs, some special attack. That special attack is to break max HP, max special defense, careful nature, Zamazenta subs in case he's a psychopath. I don't want to not break it. I want to break it at all times. I have Terra Ghost for the Zamazenta mainly. However, it's also good versus Latios. This thing is mainly got brought in for Latios, for Scarf Lati. However, with Terra, it can also check Zamazenta, and it should be able to 1v1 it. It's also very good for Zarude if I don't Terra, and it just felt like a very, very, very good mon to bring. I can knock items off, I can switch out, and I can just burn stuff. And I don't know, it's a little bit of a similar set that I've been bringing. I just think it's really good, especially in this matchup. I just think it's phenomenal. I think it's going to put in work. Parting Shot into Diancie. If he wants to go Zarude, or like, assuming I Terra, if he wants to go Zarude, or if he wants to go like, I don't even know, if he wants to go like Moltres on this, and then I Parting Shot into Diancie, it's a little tough for him to handle. Next up, we have the Biden Blaster. We're bringing Arbelieve off the bench because while this was potentially the last game of the season, I still wanted to have fun, and I unironically thought that this was a good set for the most part. I hated most of the Mons matchup into this team, so I said, fuck it, let's bring some heat. We have Arbeliva with Eject Pack, Seed Sower as the ability, Max Special Attack Modest, Leaf Storm, Hyper Voice, Giga Drain, Strength Tap. The plan is to get hit by something, whether it's like a Zarude U-turn or Moltres U-turn or Barbarical maybe, and then proc up the Seed Sower, click Leaf Storm, do some good chip, and switch out into maybe something like DNC, maybe something like my next two mons, and be able to go ham and maybe put me in a spot to win the game. And then Giga Drain's just there to get some HP back, hopefully have some longevity versus stuff like Barbarical. Grass isn't really great into his team. In fact, it's pretty bad, but maybe if I can get some chip on Clef, or if Xurkitree's Terra Water or something, then that can be... then Strength Tap's there because it's arguably the best move in the game. It makes the Zarude matchup a lot better. It makes Barbarical a lot easier to handle. This is also a great Barbarical check if he is not like Terra Bug, or if he doesn't expect this thing to come, because it's not that great into his team, admittedly, but it's funny. And yeah, it's also... if he decides to go Zamazenta, I can click Strength Sap, assuming I don't die to a Body Press. But yeah, this thing is... I had to bring one spicy set. A lot of my sets this season have been pretty standard. Penultimately, we have the Reverse Sweeper, which is my real Barbarical answer. I know he has been... I don't think Barbarical's been Shell Smash every week it's gotten, but with Clef there, it becomes a lot hard to deal with, so I figured with Mirror Herb, because Clef's probably going to be unaware, Iron Tail does enough to where I can hopefully 1v1 it and then kind of just win after that. Instead of 1,000 Arrows, I'm actually bringing Edgequake because I've seen enough Terra Bug or Terra Grass on Barbarical that I want something to be able to hit him with if he was one of those options. So yeah, we're Iron Tail, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Brick Break. Brick Break is for that Zarude. I don't know. This isn't... Zygarde gets some good coverage versus his team, but it was hard for me to pick 4. Because Crunch was really good for the Latios, but that's it. That was just for the Latios. But I went Brick Break because I figured Zarude was a better answer to this. And I mean, if I get +2s, this thing should be able to just win. It's also not a bad switch into Zamazenta. If he Iron Defenses, then I get that too, and then I can just try to break with Earthquake and Crit. But I'd love for that to not happen. Believe the speed is for Scarf Lati as well, if I get +2. And just max attack. Pretty straightforward. Stone Edge is also there because instead of 1,000 Arrows, because I did not check if 1,000 Arrows was contact, but I know I did not want this getting burned, so I went Stone Edge for that Moltres. And finally, we have the Master Breaker. This is a mon that's going to hopefully wall break for my Diancie to go absolutely ham. Choice Spec Spectria, you've seen this once or twice this season. Pretty much full speed, full attack and speed EVs with Shadow Ball, Draining Kiss, Terra Blast, Will-O-Wisp. Believe these are the 4 moves I had when I faced Zama last time. Will-O-Wisp is again just there in case it gets out of hand, in case I want to predict a Zarude coming in, and I don't want to go for Draining Kiss. I can choose to burn it instead. However, Shadow Ball has one real switch in, and it is the Zarude, because I don't think Chinchino is coming. If it does, it definitely dies to 2 Terra Blasts. This Zamazenta is actually slower than Spectre because it's a little bit more balanced. It's not as bad. But yeah, this thing is meant to come in, click buttons, and hopefully open some holes for Diancie to clean up, or for Zygarde to clean up. That's the plan. That's the whole plan, is basically pray and hope Diancie wins. This whole game is just going to be a whole game of throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. I just got to throw up a prayer. I mean, not much else I can do. So yeah, I just wanted to shout out to Wish and Pun Pun for the help, and I will hop straight into the potential NPBA Season 9 Johto finale.
Alright, now we're here for the battle. As you can see, you probably saw my 6 in the builder. No Zamazenta, no Barbaracle. First 2 things that immediately screamed out at me, and that was just fantastic for me. I believe they are both top 10 in kill leaders, and both extremely scary in prep. That being said, these 6 are also still scary. I didn't really expect his last 2, Nidoqueen and Xurkitree. I kind of expected Zamazenta and Barb to be there. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but Xurkitree is Terra Fairy. Other than that, I expect like Scarf Latios, Annoying Clef. Hopefully it's not Calm Mind. Hopefully it's just Wish Passing. And then Moltres just going to be standard. I don't know what the rest are going to be. Potential Scarf Zerk. I decide to lead off with my Zygarde. That's what I wanted to do, because I kind of expected a Nidoqueen lead. I figured it fared well enough into like a random Moltres lead or a Zerk lead. For some reason, but mainly Nidoqueen. I didn't want T-Spikes to go up or anything. I immediately go into my Wheezing, revealed that I'm neutralizing Guess as he makes a good knockoff. That does a lot. However, I believe that's just standard Jolly damage. I Toxic as he goes Nidoqueen, which is a good play. I didn't anticipate the Nidoqueen, like I said. So this Wheezing set kind of gets walled by Nidoqueen. If I just go Zygarde, if he random Ice Beams here, then good on him. I play a little bit aggressively. Earth Power does 29. Pretty standard. I believe that is pretty much no investment. As he goes Clef. As I Break, I expected Zarude to come in instead of Clefable. I'm playing really aggressively because I'm winning get in. I feel like that's the only way I have a chance, is to play pretty aggressively. So Wheezing comes back in as he just teleports out. Nidoqueen comes out. I stay in because I am horrified of an Ice Beam, and I figured that he would expect me to go Zygarde just like I did, but it's free chip. I understand why he did it, so I die, and now no Zamazenta means that Wheezing is less valuable, but it would have been nice for the Zarude, as well as maybe the Moltres and Clef. I just go free switch into my Zygarde, as he goes Clefable again, as I just Earthquake. He protects on my Iron Tail. Good scout on his part. Because Iron Tail, if he was not full Fist Def, I believe killed. And so I Earthquake again. I predict something to come in. As he does just Wish up, and he's going to protect here, I believe. So I went Arvaliva. as I just hyper voice for Chip. He teleports. I'm glad I did not Leaf Storm there, because yes, I would have got more Chip, but he would have been able to switch out to whatever he wanted. Goes Moltres. I think he U-turns here because he either U-turns or Will-O-Wisps in my head, because something like Diancie is so free here, or even Zygarde in my opinion. So I Leaf Storm here on the U-turn, expecting something to come in, and I'm gonna try smoke it. But he reveals to be Overheat, which is not good. I just sacked my Arboliva, and he has a Jetpack. Like I said, weakness of my team is that I have no rocks, so stuff like Moltres don't have to bring heavy-duty boots all the time. Goes into Clef. This is not looking good for me. I go into my Diancie. As he protects, I click Moonblast. I click Moonblast again on the teleport. Goes Nidoqueen, and in my head, this is game. I have to go for game. I have to play like a Psychopath and pray. I'm pretty much max HP, so I live in Earth Power. The obvious play is to go Zygarde again, but then we're just stuck in this constant loop, and Latios is going to have an in-game to win. I felt like I had to go for game here, and I had to make a Psychopath play. Like I said, I've been playing very aggressively. I just have to throw stuff at the wall. I have to send up a prayer, do anything I can to win. And so I Earth Power first, knowing I live in Earth Power. As the Toxic spikes, meaning that now he has Toxic spikes because my Magic Bounce, obviously expect me to switch, put everything on a timer. And I Rock Polish here because I'm a Psychopath and know that he was not either not going to sack this, or he was going to Earth Power me and it wasn't going to knock me out, pretty much. And basically the goal was to try to kill everything. So yeah, I Rock Polish on this turn, and all of a sudden, it's starting to get shiced. Obviously, Nidoqueen lives, but Nidoqueen has no, no priority. So Moltres comes out, pretty much scouting for the rock move. Correct play, because I was very tempted to not bring it, but I figure I got walled by Moltres. Circuitry comes in, Terra Fairies. I Moonblast, it does not kill. He procs Salic, and it clicks Thunderbolt, but only does 64 to me, no para, and I believe that should be game. Moonblast kills. Zarude comes in. No Rosalie Berry, please. And I believe that's game. Latios, I sped this. I sped crept this, so I did not get outsped. And Moltres comes in and gets power gemmed. Yeah, as you can see here, I explained myself. My pack gets smoked by 17 different things. I'm winning it in. Now already down 2 bonds. A lot of my stuff is chipped. I felt like I'd be going in an endless cycle, and it was not a very high odds to get in the first place. I had to play extremely aggressively, in my opinion, and I didn't have anything to lose, right? Full fuck it, we ball mode. I ended up getting in the playoffs, which this game put me at the 9th seed, but someone above me lost, pushing me up to the 8th seed, where we have a rematch, round 1 versus Aaron, and that is extremely scary. That's why this video is not coming out until after a battle, which is probably Monday afternoon is when you're probably going to be seeing this. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.